Papa, named Ross. Obviously, you've got that, and we're located about 5 miles as the crow flies from Jimmy QSL.
Yeah, well, you're sounding great as well. And of course, what happens with when we're talking on 20, in the evening, it just suddenly drops away. It just suddenly dies. Over.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, you're over the 20 over. You're about 25, maybe just peaking 30 dB over here, John. So I wonder what you're running as an antenna.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I'm using it's a 10-element 5-bander, but on this band it's a Moxon. Power is about 550, and the radio is an SDR from Apache Labs. It's the Anan 7000. Over.
Yeah, it sounds wonderful. Really does. The audio is fantastic from it. I'm using an IC7300 with a PR30 microphone with some W2IHY external equipment. And my antenna is a 5-band homebrew wire Moxon. 10 elements, 2 elements on each band, 5 Moxons basically. And it's only up about, maybe about...
Stand by, Oscar Zulu Station.
Just now. I've got it wound right down, just sitting at the top of the garage, QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's doing a great job. I wonder, before I look on your QRZ page, is there a photo of it, over?
Yes, there is. There's a couple of photographs of it. It's pretty simple. Probably a real easy antenna to make, and doesn't cost a lot of money.
Stand
Pennies,
by,
Roger.
Oscar Zulu 6.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, Ross, I'll stay with you guys, but I'll put it back to you, Ross, and then you can put it back to Jimmy. But I believe someone else called in. But I will stay with you, Ross. Over.
Okay, Jimmy, back to you. I think that you said there was a Zulu Sierra station calling.
No. Oscar Zulu 6, Queen Echo is called in a few times. Do you want to give us a call, Sven? Okay, Sven, thank you. Oscar Zulu 6, Queen Echo. My call sign, Mike 0, Juliet, Victoria Bravo. In company with a couple of friends, Sven Dover. Okay, I'm talking to nobody. John, take it away, pal.
Yeah, Roger, and I'm having a look at the Moxon now, and I have to zoom in. So the first two photos, Ross, I see. The Y is the first. I'm just going. By the way, I like your background on the QRZ page. Yeah, I have to zoom in on your Moxon, but that's doing a great job, Ross. Over.
Yeah, Roger, no problem at all. I'm just having a look myself at the photographs. I can't actually remember what they are. I think I must have a wee bit of RF. I'll have another wee. Go back to Jimmy and I'll have a look. I think a couple of the photographs are single band, and then quite clearly you can see the 5-band if you zoom in, QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, the one on the right is a single bander, and then the one on the left is the 5-bander. Yeah, that's great. Okay, back to you, Jimmy. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Well, as you can see, John, the original antenna that he put up was a 20-metre Moxon homebrew, and later on he added 10, 12, 15 and 17. I'm positive it's all on the same feed, John. So it's still got the one feed point, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, no, that looks great, because I have another on another mast. I have one of those boomless quads. Over.
Is it an X configuration? I would think, over.
It's a kind of it's a weird configuration. Did you ever come across a gem quad? Over.
That name is not unfamiliar, John, but I can't see it in my mind's eye, mate, at the moment. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, anyway, I'm just looking. It gives me ideas with Ross's his homebrew. So, how Ross? I just put it back to you. What about interaction? Do you suffer anything between, let's say, 12 and 10? Over.
I don't seem to. Not that I've noticed. It might not perform as well as it should, but no, I'm working the world, running a bit of power this way like everybody else, and I'm working the world in all bands if the conditions are there. So it seems to work okay. The SWR is all below 1 to 5. Some bands it's 1 to 0, 1 to 1, 1 to 3. So basically, I think the highest SWR going up and down all the bands is maybe 1 to 4 QSL.
Yeah, Roger. That's very interesting. So I wonder the reactance. What kind of ohms are you getting over?
Oh, don't ask me that. I'm not sure. Don't know anything about that. All I know is I've built it and I've just jumped to each element back with 50 ohm coax cable to back to each one. The feed point goes into a 1-to-1 balun, 50 ohm 1-to-1 balun. That's the most expensive part of the antenna. I bought that balun from Balun Design in the US. If you want to have a look at Balun Design in the United States, and it's a 1-to-1 50 ohm balun, and I've just jumped it, so the feed point goes into that, and I've just jumped back each element with about 6 inches of 50 ohm coax QSL.
Yeah, no, it looks great. And the measurements of the coax, there was no how can I say, you don't do it like a quad, over?
No negative. If you've seen the hex beam, the hex beam's kind of jumped up with 50 ohm coax to each element and one feed point. So it's similar to that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just one more thing, and then you can go back to Jimmy. So, did you get that from a book or a website? The drawings, the dimensions, over.
So take a note of this. If you don't do anything else, take a note of this. And also, if you are realistic about building one, I can help you out where to get the wire. There's small things. Small things are quite important, I think. My wire, the wire I use for East Moxon, you can run a kilowatt through it, but it's 0.5 millimeters and it's automative wire. And the reason it's so thin is because it stops it all sagging and blowing about in the wind. You can have it quite taut, quite tight, and it's not all saggy. And it's automative wire, so it doesn't degenerate in the sunlight. It's kind of hard coating on it. But I can tell you where to buy that. A roll of that wire will cost you about £14 delivered. So maybe about 16, 17 euro. It's 100 metres. That'll make the full 5-band antenna and some to spare to yourself.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, no, that sounds interesting. The alternator wire. Yeah, no, that's great. And the hub, I suppose you made that yourself, over?
Yeah, it's just an aluminium base with certain holes drilled into it. I don't know if Jimmy's got your number, but if Jimmy does have your WhatsApp number, I can send some photographs to Jimmy and he can forward them on to you. But if you're wanting any questions answered, drop me an email. I can help you, no problem at all. I'll tell you what's critical and what's not critical. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is take a note of this. There's a program you can download. Take you 30 seconds to download it. It's called MOXGEN, MOXGEN. You put the frequency in and press calculate, and it tells you all the size of all the wires. Tells you all the size, and then when you go to fine tune it, you're just reducing. Normally, you're reducing the length of the driven element on each side, maybe about an inch at a time, till you see the SWR coming down. You just do that. Once you're happy with that, then you go to the next band and do the same to yourself.
Yeah, Roger. So once you have a good SWR on one band, and then you go down to the next band, you adjust that. So hopefully the previous one isn't affected when you change the other one, if you know what I'm saying, over?
No, generally it doesn't. But if you have to then fine tune at the end, maybe increase it by half an inch each side, then that's just what you've got to do. If you see just to use it with a pad and take a note of the SWR readings. And if you do see it fluctuating, and then you go up the band and you see so it's higher up the band or lower down the band, you know whether to reduce it slightly or increase it slightly. It's a wee bit of fiddling about, but it's no great drama. But MOXGen is a program, and all you don't interfere with the reflector. There's two arms, as you know, to the front, the driven element. All you're doing is reducing that at each leg of the driven element by maybe an inch off each side to bring the SWR down. But the most critical thing that I feel is the insulators between the driven element and the reflector. If it's 171 millimeters, make sure the holes are 171 millimeters. If you're 5 millimeters out, then the SWR you won't get it tuned. But if you get the bits of plastic spreaders drilled to the exact length of what it tells you on that MOXGen calculator, it's just a case of reducing each leg of the driven element each time to bring the SWR down. QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Well, just one final thing. I'll send you an email and I'll send my number so maybe we can contact on that one. Yeah, I once, about 2 years ago, it wasn't so high, but I had a Moxon, but it was a flip Moxon for 40 meters in the back garden. Not so high. It did work, but then I got bored and I took it down. So that was a flip Moxon. So you could just leave it in one direction and you just flip between one and the other. So I'll put it back to you, Ross, and you can go back to Jimmy. GM1KNP, ON80I and the group, over.
Yeah, fantastic, John. No worries at all. I'll put it right back to Jimmy. Jimmy can go back to you. On you go, Jim.
Yeah, QSL, you'll get that sorted out if you're going to attempt to do one, John. Ross has had that antenna for a good number of years now, and I think he's only had to do one repair job, and that was tighten up the wires a wee bit and get a wee bit saggy after a few years and a few storms, as you can imagine, John, over.
Yeah, I can well imagine. I'm just sending Ross now an email, and then he'll have my my details. He can send some photos if he would. But I think Ross, did you want to go, over?
Have you got a pen handy, John?
Yeah, Roger. But I'm just going to send you an email right now, Ross, over.
I probably shouldn't do this, John, but I'll just give you my number. Just send me a WhatsApp so that I can just reply straight to that. Are you ready to take a note?
Yeah, fire away, over.
077 11 509 107.
Yeah, okay, I have it. I don't have to repeat it. I'll send it right now, over.
Okay, send me a WhatsApp and I'll send you some photographs. I'll let you go back to Jimmy. I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. I'm just away to make a coffee. But if you send me that just now, John, I'll go through my phone and find some photographs and send them to you right back, QSL.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll when you come back, I'll go down. I think my phone is downstairs. I don't carry it around with me, but I will certainly, and I'd be very much obliged, Ross, over.
Yeah, no worries. Back to you, Jim.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, you go and get yourself sorted, Ross. Yeah, that boy in Bangladesh, Johnny he was only about 5'3", 5'40" me. He wasn't really strong, John, over.
Did you make contact, over?
Yeah, I got the contact, mate, and I passed Ross through as well. But he was struggling just a little with Ross because Ross's antenna's sitting low at the moment, John, over.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, because I heard you talking and Ross saying, bring me in, over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, we've been, John, we've been working that way on the radio since we were in 11 meters Alpha Tango's, over.
Yeah, Roger, well, that's the way to do it. Help each other, over.
Yeah, we've been doing it forever, John. He was just telling us that one of my other mates, or our mates, the three of us did our intermediate and our foundation courses together. There was three of us that went and did it, John. And Ross was telling us that the other boy that is part of the three, he worked, oh God, what's the expedition that's down in the Pacific just now?
You're talking to the wrong guy. I have no idea, over.
Yeah, okay, well, it's something, I don't know if it's Eastern Kiribati or something like that. It's one of those blips on the map, John, that you would never know was there. Well, he supposedly worked it this morning. Ross says he was pretty strong, the guy coming in. So it makes me get up out my bed, John. And saying that, I've got the two grandsons with us at the moment. As I think I told you, my daughter had a wee girl last night. 4 kids she's got. So, and they all stay within walking distance of me, John. She lives literally 5-10 minute walk from my house, and the school's in between us. So normally 3 o'clock, my door flies open and the two boys come in for school normally every day, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. And how's the retirement going, over?
I've no complaints. No complaints, John. Definitely not. I do not miss my work one little bit. And as I say, I've got 4 grandkids now, and that's going to take up a wee bit of my time, John, for sure, because my wife's still working, so while she's at work, I'll have the kids by myself to look after, over.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, that's... and of course you can still keep bread on the table, over.
Of course, John. No issues, mate. No issues at all. Financial issues at all, to be honest with you. As soon as I wiped out all my debt, John, I could relax a wee bit, over.
Yeah, Roger. And do you still go to Rangers, over?
Yeah, no, I've not been on a weekly basis. The last time I was there was New Year. Actually, it's been a wee while, 6 months, although the season's closed as well. I went to the famous New Year's Day Derby. I managed to get a ticket for it, John. They're like gold dust. And by chance, I've got a friend who's got good connections, mate, and he rustled me up a ticket from nowhere, so I was very surprised, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well... good luck with Rangers. Anyway, speaking about the opposition, EA5JZ, I hope to hear them soon again in Spain, over.
I've not spoken to Paul for ages. We were normally in WhatsApp contact very often as well, but even that's quietened down a bit. I've not heard from him for a wee while. I don't know about Ross. Ross is obviously very friendly with him as well, John, over.
Yeah, Roger, yeah. Well, he's, well, as you know, a great operator and a great station, over.
Oh, yeah, that antenna system he's got. It's only something I could dream about, John, to be honest with you. I'm a very typical guy, you know, normal... housing estate guy. I've always lived in a council housing estate, mate. Ross has done no too bad. He lives in a nice private estate, over.
KNP.
Yeah, Roger.
Devil. The devil, there's Ross back.
Yeah, I hear Ross, and just put it back to you, Jimmy, and you can talk to Ross, and I'll go down and get the phone. But there is a station. I don't know if you can hear him. He's hearing me, but maybe the jump is too long. But M0SKA Dave is there. I wonder, are you hearing him? And you know him well, Jimmy. Over.
Yeah, okay, the Oscar Zulu 6, stand by, please. I don't think I've got a copy on Dave. Dave, are you hearing any of us up here, over?
Oh, no, I've got you, Jimmy.
No, I didn't think so, John. Too short a jump, John, over.
But I can hear you, Jimmy.
He's talking. Yeah, he can hear you, Jimmy, over.
Seriously, well, he's got some antenna system because I can't hear a thing. And I'm pointing that direction, obviously, down to yourself, John, as well, over.
Yeah, Roger, over to you, Ross, over.
Yeah, Roger, no problem at all. Yeah, are you going to go and grab your phone? I heard you talking about Paul there. I spoke to him on WhatsApp the other day there. He's still renovating a house back here in Glasgow. I don't know when he's due back down here, maybe in the next month or so, QSL.
Yeah, looking forward to hearing him. But Dave, I wonder, Dave, are you hearing Ross, over?
A very light copy on Ross, John. What's his call, over?
Yeah, Roger, he's Golf Mike 1 Kilo November Papa, over.
Okay. Golf Mike 1 Kilo November Papa, Ross. Any copy on Dave? Mike 0 Sierra Kilo Alpha.
Anything, Ross, over?
I can hear him just in my noise, so not workable. It's just I've actually swung the antenna down south here, just in my noise, but unworkable, QSL.
You got that, Dave?
Just repeat that last bit, Ross.
Go again, Ross.
Yeah, Golf Mexico 1 Kilo November Papa Dave. This is Golf Mexico 1 Kilo November Papa Dave. Any copy?
Yeah, it's just too light, John. Just too light. I guess maybe he's running a beam as well, John, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, maybe I'll go down 5 with you for a moment, and then I'll come back to Jimmy and Ross. So I'll put it over to you, Jimmy. I'm going to drop down 5. I'm going to get my phone, and I'm also going to send a message to Ross. So Dave and myself are going to drop down 5, Jimmy, over.
Yeah, no problem. Pass on my regards, please. M0SKA. I know you can't hear me, I don't think, but if you can, all the best, Dave. I'll catch you later on 40 or 80, mate.
Hi, Jimmy. You've got that Oscar Zulu station calling you there as well. We'll catch up later. Sorry for interrupting. John, I'll go find...
I'm not getting nothing, Ross. What about you?
I'm getting some words. That's that. I can hear he's got a very distinctive voice. I'm getting some words, but that's about it.
Yeah, down 5, Dave, and I'll see you in a moment, Jimmy and Ross.
No problem, John. You probably spoke to him.
There's a frequency in use, Mike 0 SKA.
Well, it seems pretty good, over.
Okay, John. Seems ages. Seems ages since we chatted on the radio anyway. I was just having a tune round. There's not a lot happening on 40. Apart from French stations, John. Came into G, and I thought I'll come up and have a look. And I worked Ravi in the Seychelles, and then we got the baby, and she was just in the bath, and she loves going in the bath, John. So, and then I came back in the shack, and just heard you and Jimmy chatting. 59++, John, over.
Yeah, Roger, on that, Dave. M0SKA, ON80I for ID. Yeah, you're 20 over with me, and yeah, nice to hear you on 20 meters. It's amazing. The audio sounds different on 20, over.
Well, I have changed the audio a little bit, John. I have been playing with the audio. So it has changed a little bit. Tell you what I've done. Oh, can hear the baby. I've just updated Peters to 3.10 on the. I don't know if it's out for the Hermes yet, but it's very clever, John. Over.
Yeah, I saw that. Is that the one that has that like that Yaesu scope? Over.
Well, it hasn't changed anything for me, John, because I'm still using my own profile. So it just puts things on the background. One thing that has changed is the meter. The meter looks slightly different that I use, but no, it looks good. The colours have changed a bit. And you know when you get the call signs, the spotting call signs, when you click on them now, John, it tells you how long they've been on the band, John. Over.
Yeah, that sounds handy. Dave, if it's possible, just go down 10 to 180, over.
Yeah, okay. SKA.
Yeah, and I think this frequency is clear. ON80i and company, over.
Yeah, ON80i M0SKA. I did change antennas, John. You were a bit stronger on my ZS6, so I was on the loop originally. So, anyway, how's it going? They've got a nice day again today, John. It was a bit dull this morning, but I think tomorrow we're up to about 28, 29 degrees tomorrow, John.
Yeah, I've no idea. I haven't looked at the weather forecast for tomorrow, but yeah, we had a lot of rain. Not this morning, the morning before. As I left on the 3 wheels, I was absolutely drenched. Over.
Oh, yeah, well, we had quite a bit of rain yesterday and overnight, John, but no, all I can see now is blue skies and the sun's gradually making its way to the west, which is behind me as I'm sat in this room, so I've got sunlight streaming through the window.
Yeah, Roger. Well, as long as it's not damaging the paintwork of the radios, over.
Oh, no, that's fine. It'll be gone in 10 minutes. It'll just move round out the way, John. So, back to work on, when am I back to work? Yeah, back to work on Friday, yeah. Back in Friday, unfortunately, but there you go. That's how it is.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I tell you, you went up to 30 and nearly 35. So what'll happen with us more than likely is it'll suddenly just die, over.
Oh well, that happens a lot, doesn't it? Especially on 40 meters, that's been happening quite a lot, especially on shorter contacts, John.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm listening to your audio. It sounds nice. And yeah, I hear a tiny bit of reverb, over.
Oh, there's always a little bit of reverb in there, John. There's always a little bit in there. You can't not have any reverb, over.
Yeah, Roger, I'm not sure if you're a fan, but I'm a big fan of radio stations from the, let's call it the 50s, all the way till the 90s. And they were big into reverb, over.
Oh, well, I can give you more reverb or less, but I've been playing with delay. Hang on. Okay. There you go. So I've gone from reverb to delay now, John. I'm on delay now, just a different setting. So that might be a different sound for you, John, over?
Yeah, it's certainly different. Yeah, the reverb was less sharp or less boomy, but no, you're sounding good. And yeah, it's amazing to hear you on 20. I don't think we've ever had a contact on 20, over.
I think we have in the past, John. Last year, I think we had I think when you've been on with Moz, I've been able to hear you, John.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Well, anyway, I heard Moz talking to Steve maybe 2 nights ago on 40, but I could hardly hear him, so I don't bother. Over.
I spoke to Moz last night on 20 meters, and I have spoke to Moz quite a few times on 40. To be fair, on the ZS6, so I do okay. But yeah, I was on last night with them, but conditions again are very strange. It's amazing that we can actually work Moz, because you don't hear many Australians at that time of the night. Over.
Yeah, but I think that's because they're not there. Now, I spoke, I think it was it last night? Yes, it was. I spoke last night to Dennis for 25 minutes. Over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, me and Steve were on with Moz a couple of weeks ago. We must have been on an hour and a half, John. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, no, that's great. I remember, I think my record is speaking with Wayne and Sydney for 2.5 hours. Over.
Oh, very good. Yeah. No, it's all good, isn't it? It's nice when the conditions are there. But yeah, I just wish everything had settled down a little bit. Settle down on the sun a little bit, John. Over.
Exactly. Yes. And how is the lady of the house? Over.
Yeah, she's okay. John, she's in her element now. She's got the granddaughter here. She loves having her sleepover, John. Well, I mean, we both do, but yeah, she loves it, John. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, my wife and the two harmonics, not the week coming, but the week after, they're going to go to Sarajevo for about, I think, 4 days. Over.
Oh, nice. Are you not going?
No, I'll stay behind and feed the cat. Over.
Oh yeah, and play radio. I guess are you off work as well?
Oh, negative. No, I'll be punching that card every day. Over.
Ah, okay, very good. Well, we're going to Gran Canaria in I won't say exactly, but coming up in the next month or two. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, no, that sounds great. Of course, you'll leave the radio behind. Now, I want to tell you about something that my son. I know. Are you also a listener? When I say a listener, someone that flicks around on the SDR receivers. Over.
Occasionally, I'll have a listen around, John. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I'll send you a little clip. My son, he built a great little system where you can save all your SDRs. They don't need to be SDRs. They can be anything you want, and you have them on big kind of how can I say, squares or something like that. And you can have the URL in. You don't see the URL, and then you name it to whatever way you like it. So the great thing is, I don't know if you listen sometimes to the Kiwis, and what happens with the Kiwis, in my opinion, about 90% of them are not really great receivers. So you find one, and then you forget where it was. So with this, you can save it, and you can name it whatever way you like to name it, and then you have it, and you just open up that little program, and everything is there, and you can put as many things as you wish. And another thing that I have on it is the QO100. Over.
Oh, very good. Yeah, no, that sounds good, John, doesn't it? Yeah, the Kiwis, some of them are very good. There's a very good one on, I'm going to say Corsica, but I don't think it's Corsica. Could be Sicily. There's a very good one on there, John. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, if you find it, just send me the link, and I can put it on my little dashboard. So it works really well. And I was just going to, say, yeah, VDO, how's he getting on with the new mast, over?
Oh yeah, he's loving it. He's loving it, John. I was talking to Tony this morning, but yeah, he's loving it, John. So I've been offered a tilt-over mast, Strumac tower, a 45-footer for nothing, over.
Yeah, so you always kind of were on the how can I say? Will I get it? Won't I get it? Will you get it, over?
I'm still not decided. I'm still not decided, John. I'd need to get a base plate for it, or get one made. But yeah, a chap's got it. He was looking after it for somebody, and the guy said to him, "You can keep it." Well, he doesn't want it, and his wife wants rid of it, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, luckily I don't have that sort of because my system, the garden is split in two, so my bit is my bit and her bit is her bit. So I don't get any complaints of all the rubbish I have down there. That would be nice to have. And how would the neighbours feel, over?
I don't think they'd bother, John, to be fair. I've only got one immediate neighbour. There's nobody at the back of me, and there's nobody facing me, John. So I've only got one immediate neighbour, and I don't think he'd complain at all, John, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's what you want. Of course, you can start low and eventually, move it up another bit. Anyway, something to think about. But I know in the line of work you do, and the way your qualification, you could have it running really nicely. M0SKA, ON80I for ID, Dave, over.
ON80I, M0SKA, yeah. Oh yeah, we could get it up and running, John. No issues. So I'm just contemplating what to do with it, John. Oh dear. Anyway, that sun's gradually fading, not fading, but going behind the curtain, John, so I can see the screens a bit better. So anyway, well, it's good to catch up. I'll let you carry on. I think you were going to go back to Jimmy, and I'll catch up with you on another evening, or maybe later tonight, John. I guess you're on the early shift, over.
Yeah, Roger. If you're on with Moz, I'll drop in. Now, well, with him, you just can't go in for a signal report. So I'll see how the timing is going, over.
Well, it's to be honest, it's getting maybe 10:30 before he's coming on 20, over.
Yeah, Roger. Maybe I'll have a listen, and I should really go to bed a little bit earlier because when you're on the early shift and you become tired, over.
Yeah, I know what you mean, John. Yeah, well, I'll be tired. I'm in Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and then off again. So we'll see. Anyway, all right, John. Well, great to hear you on, and I'll catch up with you later. Stay safe, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, nice to speak to you on 20 meters. You're like a local, over.
Yeah, you too, John. You too. I sent you a little recording there, didn't I? Take care, John. We'll speak later. Good to catch up. ON80I, M0SKA 17.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. Great hearing you. Thanks for the recording, and we keep in touch. Say hi to Steve, hi to Moz, and to is it Lynn? I think it's Lynn's, over.
Yeah, I think his full name's Lindsay, but the male version of Lindsay, and I think it's shortened to Lynn. I haven't spoke to him in a while. He spent 3 or 4 weeks in Europe in his camper van, but I haven't spoke to him since he came back. So but he is back. All right, John, take care. Mike 0SKA clear.
Yeah, Roger. Well, enjoy the little second harmonic, and greetings to the lady of the house. M0SKA ON80I. Gonna go down and get the phone and send Ross a message. Over.
Yeah, okay, John. Simply good to catch up. All the best to you and yours.
Yeah, you too, Dave. Bye bye.